up this morning and I pray to the Most High. The sun is shining so bright. I'm blessed to live this life.
Yahawashi, blessed be Yahawah, blessed be Yahawashi.
All right.
Shalawam.
Shalawam.
Welcome to the Helpmeets Hangout.
Helpmeets
Hey, because
Hangout.
this is where the
Hey, because this is where the Helpmeets Hangout. Hey, welcome to the Helpmeets
all
Hangout.
praises.
Shalawam, y'all.
Shalawam,
Do you want to kick it
shalawam.
off?
Sure. Shalawam, sisters. I'm Lily, and we are here with the Helpmeets Hangout. Me and my sister Abarriyah. Lord willing, sisters are doing well through the spirit. Lord willing, sister has been striving to endure, and Lord willing, sisters caught the last episode of Help Meets Hangout, which was our very first episode. So that's all.
Kind. All praise to the Most High, for allowing us to still be in this truth with a sound mind, waking up still knowing Israelites and allowing us to come back with another episode. Today's topic is, was Neyo and Lil Boosie right? Should we be independent women? Should we be strong, Black, independent Native American women? Should we be strong women? It's a controversial topic, but we're gonna get into what the Lord said and just have that conversation. I asked my the elders in my family, and they was like, yeah, we should be strong independent women. And of course we expect that answer because that's what's been pushed on us. So we're gonna get into it. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
that I don't know. I think society has really pushed us to be more independent. I think society has um just push for us to be like, you know what, I ain't gotta worry about nobody, and not even saying like I don't need a man or nothing like that, but even as far as to say like I don't need nobody. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I always heard, growing up, well, it takes a village to raise a child. It takes a so you do have to have some type of dependency or, on those
Right.
around you just to help you because you can't do everything by yourself. And I really feel
You
like
sure can't.
if the Most High put us here with it's a reason why we all here together. The Most High didn't just put us here by ourselves. It's not just Lily. It's not just Abarriyah. It's not just
Right.
the sister that's watching. You're not here by yourself. So that independent thing, I
Right.
think it tainted the minds of our sisters, but the music
Definitely.
industry is just it has pushed that so much, especially for our community. I feel like it pushed that a lot. In the music, you got like we said, Boosie, you got that independent song he has, and then Neyo, Beyonce, or is it Destiny's Child, or they ain't the only ones, but that's the name of few.
And that's very true. Like my head just did a video on this on the Sabbath, so that's the spirit. Like the music industry, that's their agenda. They're not finna sign a sister talking about that. They're not finna sign a sister that got sense that's talking about something edifying. They're not doing it. They want to sign you if your music can destroy your community and push your community from what it was called to do. Then hey, let's get you on board. You want to talk about you want to talk about hidden licks and fighting your sister? Hey, you can have all the money you want. And like you said,
Right.
when it comes to being independent, they don't just push it as far as like, I don't need a man. They push it as well as like, I don't need nobody. I can't trust you. I don't even want to talk to you. I know because I kind of
Mm-hmm.
used to have that mindset in the world. And when I was slowly starting to come into the truth,
Con.
I didn't want to deal with nobody. I ain't want nobody to bear my burdens. Now I'm good over here. I got it. But that's not what the most hard is.
Con. They
So
try to make it like a lot
um,
of people be like, well, my circle is a dot. I don't got nobody. I only got this many friends, and I don't even need them.
facts.
Da, da, da. Like, but sometimes when you going through stuff, you need your sisters. I love my sisters. My sisters that help me. Abarriyah helps me with exhortation. When it's times when I'm feeling low, I could call my sister. I could call her and I could be like, listen, sis, or I need some counsel, or just different things. So listen, I need those that are in my nation that want to move righteously. So it's
Con
just me.
and say and when you think about it, that's when you think about it, that mindset of I can do bad all by myself, because that's a move. See, that's the agenda. That's
Oh
what they
yeah,
push in our
don't
community.
Tyler Perry got a
That
movie
move,
called I Could Do Better
yeah,
all
I
by
can do bad
myself.
all by myself.
Yeah.
Mhm. Exactly, that mindset of I don't need no help. I got it. I don't need you to bear my burdens. I got it. I don't need no man. I got it. It's prideful because you don't got it. Because Ecclesiastes, I just want to read it. I'm gonna just get it because let's why not?
Oh
It's
yeah. Bring it out.
Ecclesiastes 4 and verse 9. Two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he have not another to help him up. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him, and a threefold cord is not quickly broken. So if we could do everything by ourselves, then we don't need each other. We need each other. It's okay to be like, look, I need help. I need you to pray with me. I need you to fast with me. Look, hey, even stuff like can you help me bring the groceries in the house? Can you get even stuff like that? We can't do it alone. Like that's not how the Most High ordained it. We really can't.
Um,
And so it's just a stronghold that we got to break away from. But we really can't be mad at our sisters, and we can't be mad because this is what Esau and this society has pushed upon our people. They don't know any better. This is all they know. So that's why we have to have these thought-provoking, edifying conversations to let them know they wrong. This is what the Lord said. The Lord told us not to be. The Lord want us to be dependent. We just don't know any better. This is the cards we was dealt. So we just got to break away from that.
and I'm thinking about nation building. How do you nation build if you all for yourself? That's not you being what they call it, an individual light. You being the individual light. Like you can't be like that. You can't. How are you supposed to move forward? How it's certain things that I know how to do that Abarriyah doesn't know how to do. It's certain things that Abarriyah knows how to do that I don't know how to do. So why would I try to do everything by myself? Even down to like our foremothers and forefathers, they did bartering systems and things like that because some sisters know how to sew, some sisters know how to bake, some sisters know how to do the gardening thing. And you know sometimes you don't have it all in one sister. You don't have every single thing. There's many parts to the body. We a whole body. You can't be the eyes and the nose. You can't be the eyes and the ankle. Listen, you gotta play your role and play it effectively. But I just feel like society just it pushes a sense of pride on our sisters, and we know pride goes before destruction. um and that just don't nobody want to be around you when you prideful, because then that goes into all sort of things. Like you can't reprove the sister, you can't rebuke the sister, you can't tell her, well, listen, sis, you could do this a little bit better, or certain things like that. So I just feel like that independent spirit is very dangerous. But I do feel like you can't be too dependent. Like I was talking to my husband and I was telling him, like, you can't, like, a sister can't be like, if her husband tell her, okay, well, I'm putting you in charge of basically cleaning up the house. Listen, clean the house up, make sure everything is good. You are in charge of the house. You don't have to call him and be like, well, where should I put the dishes, or should I put this in here? No, sis, you about to be in the kitchen more than him. You about to be cooking. So it's like it's a level of independency. Like, you want to have a just balance is what I'm trying to say. You don't want to be too, like, keep calling him for every little single thing. You don't have to call him for every little single thing. Listen, you're wise. You should be wise enough to know when you clean up where to put this and where to put that. You get what I'm saying? Am I making sense, or I sound?
Girl, my Wi-Fi cut out. I ain't even hear you. That's Satan.
No, I was saying, like, basically it's a level of independency and dependency that sisters should have. I feel like there should be like a just balance. Like you should not have to depend on your husband for. You don't want to keep calling him for every little single thing, or you don't want to
Con,
have to
con,
call sisters for every little single thing. Listen, sis, you a big girl. You gotta learn how to figure this thing out, cause um I know
con.
for me, like I used to call my grandma like every time like I would in the world I would like deal with, anxiety. And she was like, and I would ask her, pray for me, can you pray for me? And she was like, one day you're gonna have to learn how to do this by yourself. I'm not always gonna be here. So
Hmm.
you gotta learn how to problem solve sometimes because you're not always gonna have people around you to help you. So I'm
Right.
just saying have a just balance
Con.
in that independency and dependency.
Con, that's a very beautiful point. Honestly, especially with the date, like especially with the times about to come into Jacob's trouble, we're not gonna be able to call, have that phone call and call upon the sister. So of course we want to depend on one another, with a just balance and righteousness, but you don't want to depend on your sisters too much because like the sister said, you shouldn't go to sisters or your husband about every little single thing. Like some things you gotta
That's
know how to
annoying.
figure out on your own. It is like, dang sis, you don't know how to work that out. So definitely requires that just balance through spirit.
Con, and I just feel like, in society they try to, like I was saying, like that, what is it, that Tyler Perry movie, I Could Do Bad All by Myself. Like, n- I think that was the one Taraji played in, and she had to kind of take care of her sister's children and stuff like that. But it was a guy that was, basically, offering his help. And sometimes people won't offer you help. Don't be that sister, oh no, I got it. I got everything. No, sis, you're gonna stress yourself out. You're gonna stress yourself out to the point where you're not in the spirit anymore. You really wanna have, if someone offers you help, you wanna be that sister that's like, you know what? I I know I always do everything, but let me go ahead and let me just go ahead and take this help while I can take it. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to be trying to do everything by yourself all the time. I feel like then that can put a spirit on you as well, trying to so say like sisters, you getting ready for a feast day and you gotta decorate, you gotta do the food, you gotta do the invitations, make sure the guest list is straight. If a sister say and offer you help, you know, take that help. Don't try to
Con.
do everything by yourself. That's a lot of pressure, and then like I said, it could put spirits on you. So
Con, that's a good point as well. That's a very beautiful point. Con, you can't. Yeah, that's a good point.
yeah,
I touch, I agree.
I was trying to find that. Let me see.
I was finna say something else, but I done forgot, y'all. Satan was coming with these distractions. That's why I had to mute myself and cut my video off because Satan is crafty. Came in here with all that noise, but
Oh, that's how it be.
like,
It's okay.
yep. So, hey, all praise to the Most High either way. But kind like, hey, we want to depend on our sisters in this thing, but what a just balance, though, of course. What a just balance, though. But also Esau, they cater to our women, cater to our women feelings. They definitely do. They put, especially with that, something that I think gets what gets a lot of our women. A lot of our women, they make a lot more money than the husband. A lot of women make a lot of more, a lot of women make more money than the man. So then it's to the point where Eve, she feel like women, they feel like, well, I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need your help. I don't need nothing you got to offer me because I can do it. I'm making 5 grands. I don't need your help. Because they're making more money. They feel like they're superior. But hey, this is what Esau has set up though. It's definitely what Esau has set up. And oh, I remember what I was going to say. Definitely, even when a sister trying to give you alms, even if they want to help you out with money, don't deny
Con.
that. Don't deny that. Because and not only is it that spirit of selfish as well, because we know Tobit in the book of Tobit, chapter 4, it tells us that, alms, it covers the multitude of sins. So just by somebody giving you alms, that could cover their sins. That could get them closer to salvation. So you trying to push that away, you're in a stumbling block. So it's selfish and it's that spirit of pride. So don't turn away those arms of somebody trying to help you. Do you need help with this? Do you need help with that? Yes, you need help. So say yes, you need help. And
Yes.
it's okay to
And,
need help.
yeah.
Because society
Um.
has pushed that, like society, and I'm like, society has really pushed that we don't need help and we can do it all by ourselves. And we can't, like, when you even look in Genesis, that's not how the Most High ordained it. Because why was women created in the beginning? To be a help meet. Men need help because they need that help meet. Like, think about it. Like, we need help, and that's okay. Like, it takes a real humble woman to be like, I need help. But like I said, we can't really be mad at our women because they don't know it. This was been pushed on them. And the only reason we know better is through the mercy of Bahasham Shy. And that's why we have to let our sisters know, hey, this is not why, hey, we need help. We weren't called to be independent women.
Uh, and even in like you were saying in the book of Tobit, the arms went both ways. Cause when his wife brought that kid in, he was like, where
Yeah.
you get this from? I know you were stealing. I know. Take that back. He was
God.
like, listen, sister, you're gonna have to take that back. But it's because he did
God.
all those works and alms and charity. She was like, you don't know that you like your name is very well known. Like, don't be like that.
Okay, lights.
Don't
Sure.
think cause the light is kind of like changing. So I had some good light going on, but yeah, arms went both ways in Tobit. He did very good alms, and
You know,
the
brothers,
alms were
brothers.
returned unto him. So I think
Con.
that's a very beautiful account. If sisters haven't read, to go read the book of Tobit. Cause
Con.
listen, that sister, she couldn't have no independent spirit. Like, she was
Yep.
a helpmeet to her household. She had to gird up her loins and, well, gird up, you know, herself, and um go do woman's work. So it's not like, oh, I don't need him to pay the bills. I
Con.
could go do it. No, she was an asset to her household. So she was displaying that Proverbs
Con.
31 woman.
I agree. Con. And what do you think about what do you think about the feminism movement? Because that pushes the
That's
independency as
not our
well.
plight. That's not our plight. Straight up and down, that's not our plight. That's not our problem. That's not the Israelite woman's problem. That has nothing to do with us. We
Con.
in business that don't belong to us. That is a really
Con.
tainted. Um, I think it really has tainted the minds of women, and I think that has further pushed that independent woman. That has put that spirit
Definitely.
on sisters. That's really masculine and really hard, and you know, um, instead of asking for help, I'ma take it. Like, you know, and I don't like it.
Con.
What you think?
Con. Because mm, I told y'all my head, he did a video on the Sabbath about, this industry, this society is destroying our women. And he brought up the feminism movement. And, Edom might start at that. So of course their
That's
whole
what I'm
agenda was to
saying.
break us down and push us away from our heritage. Because what is the feminism movement? The whole point of the feminism movement was try to get equal rights with the man. But let me tell y'all something: the man and the woman will never be equal. Think about it physically. A
Never.
man is physically stronger.
Society not even
Like,
equal.
not- you can't. You just, and it's not saying in a sense that women are belittled, like women are a doormat. No, that's not what we're saying.
And
But women are
right.
under men. Like, we're not equal. We don't have the same roles. We don't have the same authority. We're not equal. And this feminism movement push that you can do bad all by yourself. You are equal to a man. You can do what a man do. You can play the man role. Honestly, that's what it is. You can be the man if you wanted to be. And that ain't what, look, that's not what
That's
Israelite women should be
confusion.
moving in.
That's confusion.
Yeah.
And any sister that reads the word knows that the Lord is not the author of confusion. Point blank
Yeah.
period.
Yeah.
So, and it's out of order. All the way
Con,
out
it
of order.
is. It is. So we definitely got to come out of that feminism because I wanted to touch on it because it definitely has pushed that independency as well, that pride and that So we definitely have to come out of that. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. We definitely have to come out of that.
Sisters gotta kind of
But
um move more humbly and not think that this thing is a. It's not about you. It's not even about you. Life, this whole everything, is not about you. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13 tells us that it's not even about us. It's about us to fear the Lord and keep His commandments. That's it. That's why you're
mm-hmm.
here. Period. If
Yep.
you're if you're an Israelite woman, that's why you're here.
Yeah, we gotta come into this walk and learn to be selfless, and put away that I'm worried about me. Me. I'm trying to get that bag.
I'm the,
How can you help
I'm
how
the
can you help your
head.
people?
You ain't the head. Right.
But I wanted to read a little bit of the Willie Lynch letter just to further prove, how did this independency started? Because that's how it all started. So, did you want me to share the screen and pull up on the screen or just read it from my phone?
It don't matter. Whatever you want to do. I guess sisters, they might be able to read along with you if you pull it up on the screen.
We're going to pull up on the screen then. How about that?
Or I was gonna say, or if you
How
had
about
the
them
link, you could just
pineapples?
drop the link in the chat. So, but yep, there you go.
Okay, I'll do both. I'm going to drop it in the chat. There's the Willie Lynch letter link. And then here is it. I'm not going to read all this. I just want to read just a little bit of it. Mm, y'all,
It's
this is
very
really good.
powerful. I think
Oh yeah.
sisters do need to go and read
Mm,
that and understand how the mind of our people was really tainted, how the mind of our people
yeah.
was really taken and twisted all around. I think this is yeah. I'm gonna be quiet so you can go ahead and read.
I oof, like mm, definitely read when you have the chance. I haven't read the full letter. I've only read two parts of it, two paragraphs of it, and it's very powerful. And it really goes into and shows you and proves that this independent mindset, it was literally forced upon us, and that is literally how it all started. And it's a cycle that we have to break from. Like, it's really deeper than you think. So we really have to get into this. But I'm just gonna start here. Ooh, where do you think I should start, Lily? I don't know.
Um,
I'm gonna start
start right there. Cause listen, it goes into the yeah. Start right there. Cause that touches on
here.
our
Okay.
part for sisters. Yeah.
Okay. The breaking process of the Israelite woman, basically. Take the female and run a series of tests on her to see if she will submit to your desires willingly. Test her in every way because she is the most important factor for good economics. If she shows any sign of resistance in submitting completely to your will, do not hesitate to use the bullwhip on her to extract that last bit of resistance out of her. Take care not to kill her, for in doing so, you spoil good economic. When in complete submission, she would train her offsprings in the early years to submit to labor when they become of age. Understanding is the best thing. Therefore, we shall go deeper into this area of the subject matter concerning what we have produced here and this breaking process of the female Nicker. We have reversed the relationship in her natural, uncivilized state. She would have a strong dependency on the uncivilized Nicker man. Our natural state is to be dependent women. That's how the Lord created us to be. But let's keep
Mm.
reading. And she would have a limited protective tendency towards her independent male offspring and will raise male offsprings to be dependent like her. Nature had provided for this type of balance. We reversed nature by burning
Mm.
and bullwhip and pulling a civilized apart and bullwhipping the other to the point of death, all in her presence. By her being left alone, unprotected, with the male image destroyed, the ordeal caused her to move from her psychological dependent state to a frozen independent state. In
Mm.
this frozen psychological state of independence, she will raise her male and female offspring in reverse roles. So instead of her
Con.
raising her man, like instead of her raising up her children in righteousness, to raise up her young king to be a strong independent man, and raising up her princess to be a dependent woman. it was swapped. So what they would do was, what this letter is saying, what they would do was they would take a so-called black or a so-called Native American or a so-called Hispanic Latino man, and they would rape him in front of her. They would
Mm.
bull whip him in front of her. They would destroy this man in front of her, all in her presence. That would leave her traumatized, broken, stuck. Like we've never been through that, so we can't really say what that would be like and witnessing that. But it
Girl,
would
our
tear her to the
foremothers,
part where,
they are strong. They are strong.
because
Our
listen,
foremothers and forefathers. I don't,
mm,
and that's why we have so many. It goes into masculine, like I said, the masculine woman, and then we have the effeminate men because of
mm-hmm,
this right here, because of
exactly,
how the mind was broken down. And
mm-hmm,
also, till this day, it's like to get certain benefits on like Section 8 and stuff, the man can't be in the home, and now
yep,
you gotta, now your dependency is on another nation. Your dependency is
con,
not on your Israelite man. Your dependency is on another nation, whether it
mm-hmm,
be Edomite, a Moabite, whatever, because that's who the landlords of a lot of these properties and homes be. It don't be us. It don't be
con,
us. It be them. So it's like
yep,
now you gotta go beg and plead, and because our men don't have as many opportunities now, we're looking down on our men, but it was a whole setup.
yep,
It's a whole setup to
it
have that.
was,
They don't want to see the Israelite family together, point blank, period. They don't want to see that. That's the destruction and the ending of society, is to see a whole bunch of Israelite families together in unity, women in order, men in order. And that's why when they seen uh the brothers in IUIC down there at the Barclays, they like, oh, it shook some tables.
it
It
sure
shook some
did.
tables. And you think if the men are in order like that, don't you think they women at home are striving to be
Find that
in
out.
order the same way they are? So they
Mm-hmm.
don't want to see that. They don't want to see that at all. That's
Con,
sick.
that's the spirit is moving. That's the same thing my head brought out in his lesson on the Sabbath. He was basically saying they hate to see us in order. Because if when the man get right, the women gonna fall in line. When the men are leading in righteousness, when the men of the Lord are in unity, the women gonna fall right in line. Because what we say, the man is
Con.
the head and the women fall. We're under. But yeah, they would destroy our men in our women's presence. So with that, like the letter say, with that male image destroyed, she now feels like she can't depend on you. You just got raped in front of me. You just got beat in front of me. I can't depend on you for
Like what
nothing.
if you
I don't
can't,
need
they
you.
like if you can't
I'm
protect
not safe
yourself,
anymore.
then how you gonna protect, right?
How can you
How
protect
you gonna
me?
protect me?
Yeah, like
Mm.
you can't do nothing for me. So this has literally been the agenda from the beginning. Like this goes way back to slavery. It's bigger than like it's way deeper than we think. Like they Psalms 83:4. Let me get that real quick. Because they came
Con.
together and said, what can we do to cut off these Israelites from being a nation? Because they just
From
mighty,
being a
even in the book of
nation.
Exodus. Even in the book of Exodus, when Moses,
Oh
even in the
shoot.
book of Exodus, when it was Pharaoh, they was like, man, these Israelites, they exceeding mighty. You know what? Kill all the men, put them all in the river, but leave a woman alive. The Hebrew woman
But
was like, nah,
see,
we ain't gonna do that. We for Yahawah.
and that's why it's so beautiful. All praises to the Most High. I say, call hello, Yahawah, Shemi Shah, because the Most High, He always leave a remnant. He always lead
Huh?
that remnant that fear Him.
Always.
You get what I'm saying? He always lead that remnant that fears
Time.
Him. And as long as the Most High can allow us to still have that fear in Him, is the more and longer we're gonna fight to help sisters understand that we need to be in order. We
Time.
can't have this independent spirit. We got to break out of these things. We got to break these generational curses. We
Exactly.
can't continue to
Exactly.
have this mindset, because what did that say? It said we reversed the what? It said we reversed what? The natural or nature. They went against
Yep.
nature.
Yep.
That you're When you go
Yep.
against nature, you're going against the Most High. And in reality, you can't even fight in box with the Most High.
Time.
You look crazy. You look foolish. So we got sisters. We definitely got to return to our soft. We some flowers, okay? We delicate. We want to be more
As the scripture
softer,
say.
feminine. Okay, period. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what I want to be. I don't want to be all hard up.
Time.
I don't want to be that. I don't. It's not even cute.
It's not. And I'm not gonna lie, me coming to this truth, I've definitely tapped into my like feminine side, because when I was in the world, especially growing up with all brothers, I have 5 older brothers. And my mom, she wasn't raised in a household to be submissive. She wasn't raised in a household to be dependent. So what I saw growing up and then having 5 brothers, you can imagine how I was in the world. So coming to this truth, it definitely has changed me. And I call it how about Shemal Shah. So I've definitely been trying to tap into that soft feminine side, because they've reversed those roles. And like you were saying, we're trying to break generational curses, and if we keep reading in the letter, it's going to tell us what they've done is created a cycle. So now our job coming into this truth is to break that cycle and to break those generational curses, because if we don't, it's just going to keep repeating. It's going to keep repeating. We're going to all be out of order and continue to go off in the eyes of the Lord, because when we're going against nature, we're going against the Most High. But
Did
I
you
want
want
to
to
read
bring
this
that
Psalms
precept out?
83 and 4. Kind of
Uh,
spirit. They have said, "Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance." So, like the sister Lily was saying earlier, they hate to see us in order. They hate to see us doing the will of Yahawah Shemashah. Esau and these heathens are going to do everything they can to pull us away from our heritage, from what we were called and ordained to do by the Most High. So they coming together trying to see how they can break us down. If they can get the man out of household, if they can rape the man in front of the woman, they know that the male image is destroyed, and now the woman, she feel like she independent, she don't need a
mhm,
man. Women get paid
mhm.
just to have a man out the house, child support, all of this was ordained to break us, and we got to come out of that.
I wanted to bring out. This touches on exactly what you were going into. This is
Con.
Let me see. I don't know where I want to start. Let me see. It's in Judith. Um, Let me see. I'm gonna start at Judith chapter 5 and 17. This is Judith chapter
Okay.
5 and 17. It says, "And whilst they sinned not before their God, they prospered, because the God that heareth that Salakia, but the God that hateth iniquity was with them. But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles very sore, and were led captive into a land that was not theirs. And the temple of their God was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemies. But now are they returned to their God, and are come up from the places where they were scattered, and have possessed Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, and are set in the hill country, for it was desolate. Now therefore, my lord and governor, if there be any error against this people, and they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them." So that Judith chapter 5:17 through 20, this is what these nations be thinking. They already know. They know who we are. We don't know who we are.
For
So we don't know what we're supposed to be doing. We're lost. Where our mind is far gone from us. We don't understand that when we are out of line, when we are out of order, we're going against the nature that the Most High has set for us. And in that, these other nations can continue to be above us. These other nations can continue to um I get prevail over us, but we got to get back in order, sisters. We can't have that hard up independent spirit. We got to understand what the order of man and woman is. Understand your role, get into it, study it, and prevail in that, because that's so beautiful. It's so beautiful when women are in order and doing it. It makes the men's job a little bit easier, a little bit.
time,
Let me see.
we definitely got to humble down and come out of this cycle. Because that spirit of independency, I can do better by myself. It's prideful. It's prideful. So we just have to humble down. It's really just have to humble down and really come out of that. It's just brainwashing. We've all been brainwashed. And The only reason that us sisters in the truth aren't brainwashed anymore is only because of the Most High mercy and grace. So our people,
Mhm.
they just don't know any better. We really are lost. Like the scriptures say, Jeremiah, I think it's 4:22, and Isaiah 1:3. Ox knoweth his master, but Israel, lack of knowledge has destroyed us. You know,
Right.
I'm gonna get uh, I'm gonna get some more of this letter real quick.
Huh.
Whew, this is good. For fear of the young male's life, she would psychologically train him to be mentally weak and dependent, but physically strong because she has become psychologically independent. She would train her female offspring to be psychological, deep independent. What have you got? You've got the nigger woman out front and the nigger man behind and scared. This is a perfect
Mm.
situation of sound sleep and economic. Before the breaking process, we had to be alertly on guard at all times. Now we can
Mm.
sleep soundly, for out of frozen fear, his woman stands guard for us. He cannot get past her early slave molding process. He is a good tool, now ready to be tied to the horse at a tender age. By the time a nigger boy reaches the age of 16, he is soundly broken in and ready for a long life of sound and efficient work and the reproduction of unit of good labor force. Continually through the breaking of uncivilized savage nigger by throwing the nigger female savage into a frozen psychological state of independence by killing of the protective male image and by creating a submissive, dependent mind of the nigger male slave, we have created an orbiting cycle that turns on its own axis
Mm.
forever, unless a phenomenon occurs and reshifts the position of the male and female slaves. We show what we mean by example. Take the case of the two economic slave units and examine them closely. So they said what they've done is created a cycle. And unless a phenomenon occurs, this is going to continue to happen. And
The
a
Lord.
phenomenon just means exactly, a phenomenon just means an event. So unless these men come into the truth and they wake up and they get this nation in order, they gonna continue to do this cycle. So we really just have to break out of this because it's a cycle and we can't make this up. It's right in front of us.
And
This
it's
is what
so.
happened to our people.
Mm. 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 So
And
lucky. Go ahead, sis.
it's heartbreaking when you think about it because man,
Them
our nation
strongholds
has
is
been through a
real
lot.
bad. It's strongholds so bad, and it's not only strongholds in that way. It's also strongholds in a way of they keep you in that loop because they give you so many other distractions outside of this. They
Yep.
give you, oh, Lil Nas X is this, and they give you, oh, Cardi B is doing this, and they give you, oh, um another movie that came out. Oh, it been more shootings. Oh, it been more. So you never have, your mind is always going. Your mind, you don't. We never had time to sit down and cope with everything that has been going on. We just had to learn how to. Okay, this happened. I still gotta get up and go to work. I still gotta get up and do this. I still gotta get. You don't really have time to even really process and understand the things that be going on. It's sad. It's so sad.
Con.
It's so sad. And I keep saying that Yasharella as a whole, like Israel, we need therapy. We need therapy and righteous therapy. Not no therapy that's going to have us in a weak mind, but the word is our counselor. This is what we have to return to. We have to
Con.
return unto the Most High. We have to be humble and
Con.
seek Him first in those things that are well pleasing unto Him, because all those other things will be added unto us, as in
Con.
Matthew 6:33. So it's just it's heartbreaking and sad when you think about it. But no, sisters,
It
Boosie
is.
and Neo and Destiny's Child and Sweetie and I don't even know. There's so many new people. They not right. It's not time to have what they call a hot
No.
girl summer, hot girl. It ain't
Hot girl
time to
summer. Nope,
icy
we ain't
girl
doing that.
winter, whatever. All of that. No, Susanna ain't had no icy girl
Yep.
winter. Judith ain't have no hot girl summer. No, we got
Deborah didn't. Okay. No,
for
Sarah didn't.
real.
No,
We
they was
not
having
doing that.
shame-faced winters and shame-faced summers.
That's right.
But Con,
That's right.
like distractions. And this is, I mean, especially with this phone addiction, and our
Mm.
nation is always on social media. They always on a phone. It's always some some madness on social media, on the news. They just feed us lies, and we eat them up because all we do is be on our phones. Like our nation, we're just really destroyed and we're broken. And like I did a video like a year ago on coming back to the Most High so He could heal you. The Lord tells us that He will heal us. And when you think about it, us as a nation, and it almost brings tears to my eyes. Us as a nation, we're broken, we're destroyed, like we're
Real
lost.
bad.
We really have been through a lot as a nation. Way to make things better is to come back to the Most High because He's the only one that can restore us. He's the only one that can renew us, heal us. He's the only one that can take these chains off our mind. It can only be done by the hand of Yahawah Shai, the God that created the heavens and earth. It can only be done by Him. So we really have to come back to the Most High and get out of this mindset and this brainwashing because it really is a stronghold. We just really have to do better. And like the sister dropped this, I'm gonna pull it up real quick. Our aunts and our moms, they teach us as women, to be independent and strong, and that's true.
Mm-hmm.
When I was growing up, actually when I was about to go to college, get your own place.
Yes.
What was the saying growing up? Settle down, get your own place by 20, by 30, have your own crib. Don't depend on no man. You don't need no man.
Mm-hmm.
He move into your spot. It was that growing up. So a lot of us, we didn't have
Mm-hmm.
that righteous example. And sisters, really, if you haven't checked out the first episode, go do that first. Check out the first episode first because we didn't have that righteous example. A lot of us that was passed on to us because it's a cycle that Esau has created. But now we have to break that cycle.
Uh, I wanted to bring out Baruch chapter 4 and 28 and 29. It says, "For as it was your mind to go astray from God, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. For he that have brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy again with your salvation." So you gotta, make sure that we trying to seek the Lord and seek those things well pleasing unto him because we be going off. And when we read and when we really understand, we going through all of this because we hard headed. We a stiff necked people. We're a stiff necked nation, and we want to do what the other nations do. We want to. Well, why? Well, she can do this and she can wear this and she. Sis, you wasn't. You're not supposed to be walking around here in stuff where you can see your breasts and stuff where you can see all your. That stuff is for
Right.
your husband. Come on now. No self respect. And then on top of that, sisters don't want to be accountable. You don't want to be accountable. That's why you want to be independent because you're running away from accountability. You don't want nobody to correct
Right.
you. You don't want nobody to tell you. You don't
Right.
want to humble down. You want to be prideful. You want to be, oh, I know everything. Sis, you don't know everything. That's why you be in the situations that you in. Oh,
Con.
hey,
And that's why we're going through what we're going through now because we prideful and we stiff neck and we think we know everything and we don't. We don't know nothing. The scriptures tell us if a man think if he know anything, he know of nothing. So we really have to
period.
humble down. We really have to humble down. Like this industry is really destroying our people. The scriptures tell us not to envy the not to envy our oppressor. Don't be like the heathen. Don't do what they do. Don't want to do what they do. Don't want to get what they get. The scriptures tell us that. So we
Everything that
shouldn't
glitter
be
ain't gold.
okay. We shouldn't be envying these heathens because we're not supposed to be them. The scriptures tell us in Deuteronomy 7:6 and 1 Peter 2:9 that we are wholly set apart, pure above all people upon the face of the earth. And it brings tears to my eyes, y'all ever heard of Jews in the Bible that the Bible speaks of? We don't know any better. We was told that we was just niggas, just black females, just
Hmm.
black, color of a crayon box. We was just told it was Hispanics, wetbacks, Indians. And that's not what the Most High Yahweh Shem is saying. We are a special people. We will never be like the heathen. But a lot of our people are acting like the heathen because we don't know no better. We got to come out of that.
Uh,
And our women in the industry is destroyed because they pushing it upon us. Megan Thee Stallion, and Cardi B, they got a song called WAP, and you know what it stands for. I don't got to spell it out. This is what they push on our people. FNF, you know what that stands for too by
mm-mm.
Glorilla. I don't need to spell it out. This is what they push,
You said it's called who?
and don't FNF by Glorilla, and then the song by Taylor Girls called. Don't even get me started on that song. This is what they
Girl, that
push.
song trifling is I don't know what. Oh my goodness.
It's so trifling. It's so wicked. It's it's sick. But
It's
this is what
like,
they
you
push.
know
This
what
is
it
what they
is?
want.
It's no fear. No, they don't have no fear. They don't have I would be
They
so
don't
scared to
care.
talk. I first of all, a lot of the things that kept me from doing stuff, I was like, yo, my dad, yo, my dad gonna find out. My mom, my family gonna be embarrassed. Like we don't have that sense of, your family gonna be embarrassed. No, they worried about the dollar sign. They worried about what Babylon can give them. They worried about the earthly things, the earthly riches, not worried about the heavenly riches. They don't even care about what the Most High think. And a lot of them celebrities, they get up there and they'll say, "Oh well, I want to thank
Oh, I can't
God."
stand
You
that.
you not
Oh,
serving. You are not serving Bahasham Yahawashi. You might be thanking
my
God, but you
skin
ain't
be
thinking the girl. You're not thanking the Most High. That's not who you thinking. You're thinking your God, all right. But that, like,
yeah.
no, these they just put it in our sister's mind. And I was watching it's this sister, her name is Jaguar Wright. And I don't know how or why, but YouTube, they just be recommending you stuff. So I've been watching a couple of her videos, and she was just talking about how a lot of these sisters, they imitate Little Kim. They imitate Little Kim. So all of these deals that sisters are getting now, they can't they can't just sell their talent. They have to sell their bodies. They have to sell this image. They have to, it has to be all about sexual things and stuff like that, which is perverted. So perverted. It's little kids out here. Then you got the little girls dressing like these grown women, and you put in this spirit on the same thing that they said in that letter. It's a cycle. It's a cycle. And then when you think about it, it get weird because when you got these little kids dressing like these little women, that go into pedophilia. Weird and
Mm-hmm.
wicked. This generation is definitely more wicked than the generations before,
Oh, that's the
as the
spirit.
word
My
tells
head
you.
said that on his video. Yep, my head said that on his Sabbath lesson. He was like, "We're the worst generation." Definitely, as the
Mm-hmm.
scriptures say, we the worst generation. We more
Real
wicked than
bad.
our forefathers and our foremothers. We don't care. Our people in this generation, they don't give a what's that saying y'all feminists say? They don't give a rat's butt.
Right.
They don't care.
It used to be
We
we
don't care. We don't have no type of fear. We don't care who it hurt. We
nope.
if it benefit me, if I'm getting money, hey, what can I say? So
It used to be you could have
it's
accountability through the
sad.
nation. Cause then my mom, when she was growing up, let me know. Well, when I used to get in trouble, I used to get in trouble by the teacher. Then I get in trouble by my parents. Now I might get in trouble by the neighbor. I still get in trouble by my mom. Da, da, da. And then your family, you going around your family. They're like, oh no, we heard you be doing this, this, and this. Nowadays, you can't even say nothing to nobody. You can't even. Oh my goodness, that little boy that killed his mom because he didn't get that game.
Hmm?
Like it's no,
I ain't hear about
you
that.
don't know about the little boy killed his mom because he ain't get the PlayStation that he wanted. I think it's
Was
a
it on end
PlayStation
times
or something.
Instagram? What?
I don't know. I'm gonna see if my husband can send me the link. But the little boy killed his mom because he ain't get the PlayStation that he wanted, or the game system, whatever it was that he wanted. He killed her. No, you can't correct these children. People be, don't say nothing to my child, and it's so
I found
bad.
it.
It's so
That's
bad out
sad.
here, y'all. And I wanted to read Romans because I was reading this the other day. Romans chapter 12 and verse 2. It says, "And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God." Like that's why we're here. We're not here to do our own thing. We're not here to be
Mhm.
independent women. We're here to understand those things that are well pleasing to the Most High and do them. We're commanded to. And when you don't, you're making it so much more harder, and we're stuck in the same trap that they put us in. But when you know the tricks and you understand what's going on, it's like, okay, sis, be a little bit smarter, move a little bit more wiser. You don't have to be independent. You don't have to be hard up. You can be soft. You could be a flower. You can, and nobody's not saying be no punk or, I'm just saying rest in your femininity and it's okay. It's very much okay.
Con. And like what we was saying earlier, we can't really be mad at our sisters because we don't know any better. But we do have to let y'all
Nope.
know, like, hey, we gotta come out of this. We have to be the ones to let y'all know because who gonna do it? Who else gonna do it? Esau not gonna do it. These Chinese people ain't gonna do it. Nobody else is gonna do it. So for the love of our people and for how about Shemal Shot, we have to come on here and let y'all know, hey, we're moving in the wrong spirit because nobody else is gonna do it. And we ain't trying to step on no toes, but hey, we gotta let our people know. We gotta righteously reprove and be like, hey, this is not how we're supposed to be acting. Because that's real love to let somebody know, hey, you got to do better. That's according to the scripture. And listen, a lot of look, we don't know what love is. We really don't know what anything is. Everything that we've been taught is the wrong Shemale shot. Like everything we've been taught is opposite to what Yahawah Shemale shot say. So real love, according to the Bible, is getting on here and talking about stuff like this and letting our sisters know we got to come out of this darkness.
Um, I wanted to read, child, I'm flipping so they're going slow, but I wanted to read Titus chapter 3 and, like, understand, sisters, that, you might be the first Israelite sister that sisters get to see. You might be the first Israelite
Hmm.
sister that sisters get to meet in person, in the flesh, and see you. Because a lot of times, um, I'm a nail tech and I wear I sew my fringes onto my apron. So a lot of people they'll ask me about these things, and
I like
you be
that.
the light. You be the light because some sisters they don't have another example. We don't have a lot of elder sisters in this truth. We don't have a lot of examples like we said in the first episode. We all are just coming into this thing. Some of us been in it for a couple months, a year. Um, I know other sisters, but I know it ain't no that I know. I know it's no sisters that I know that have been in this thing for 15, 20 years that can be an example to me. I don't know them, but Lord willing, there are elder sisters out here, but you be the example, you be the light. And be patient with your sisters. Don't only have the fruits of the spirit with your sisters that know who they are. Have the fruits of the spirit with your sisters
Bring that
that
out.
don't know who they are, because if you're the first example that they get to meet, or the first Israelite woman that is actually practicing and doing what they're supposed to do, then they're like, oh dang, people approach you differently. Oh, I can't talk about this around her. Oh, I can't be like this around her. I used to have a sister at my job. She'd be like, "Oh, here come Lily. I can't talk. I'm gonna talk about this when she leaves." You know what I mean? So you are actually
Con.
helping sisters be in order as well. You know, on why at least while you around. So this is Titus chapter 3 in verse 3. It says, "For we ourselves also were sometimes foolish, disobedient, deceived, serving diverse lusts and pleasures, living in malice and envy, hateful and hating one another." So, we was there before. We were in darkness before. We had that independent woman spirit on us. We can do our bad by ourselves. We had that before. But like Sister Abarriyah said, it's only through the grace and the mercy of Yahawah Shai that He opened our eyes and bestowed upon us His understanding and His way of how we are supposed to be. So, Lord willing, sisters are being edified through this message.
Con. Hey, I don't really have anything else to say. You've touched, I mean, and this topic can really go deeper, but we might just end it off here for today. Because we just really have to come out of this cycle because that's all it is. We don't really know any better. I know for me, in February, Lord willing, that'll be 2 years of me being in the truth. So I've only been in this thing 2 years. Lord willing, I make it to see 2 years.
Time.
Lord willing, I hope. Lord willing. Con. So we
Amen.
really don't have all these righteous examples, but that's something that's huge. Something that, I work. It's a lot of sisters at my job. Like it's a lot of sisters at my job. Like I've told my head this. It's more Israelites than it is heathens at my job, and we got like
Mhm.
50 staff members. It's way more Israelites. It's sisters in almost every classroom, and so the
That's
Most High,
beautiful.
I know He has me there for a reason because
Con.
I don't even know why I applied to work at a preschool. Like I prayed on it, but I don't even know why I wanted to do that. Like man's goings of the Lord. I can't even give you an explanation. Like the only explanation really is because I was tired of the fast food industry. And so I just wanted to try something else. But I know the Most High has me there for a reason. So we definitely have to be that light, because you might be the first and the only Israelite sister that she runs into,
Con.
and you can rub off on her and help that sister get right. And like the sister said, we definitely don't want to just practice fruits of the spirit with those in the truth, because Luke 6 tells us if you only love those who love you, then what makes you any different than somebody that's not in the truth? What makes you any different?
Mm.
If you only what's another one? If you're only praying for some, if you what's the let me just get it real quick. Real quick.
Bring it out.
And I'm be done
That
for real.
reminds
This
me
is
of
Luke 6.
oh, go ahead. Still out there.
This is Luke 6 and 30 32. I'm sorry, 31. And then should do to you, do ye also to them likewise. For if you love them which love you, what thanks have ye? For sinners also love those that love them. And if you do good to them which do good to you, what thank have ye? For sinners also do even the same. And if you lend to them of whom you hope to receive, what thank have ye? For sinners also lend to sinners to receive as much again. So if you only doing good to those and loving those that's in the truth and stuff, then what makes you any different? So be that light. Practice those fruits of the spirit towards your sisters in the world. Be that light. Treat her with love. Don't treat her any different. Don't be talking about this is just wicked. Because you was just wicked too. And the only reason you're not is because of the Most High mercy and grace. So humble down and get right and treat that sister with love before the Most High cash you out. Because Most High ain't dealing with that. He ain't dealing with pride. And I'm gonna tell you how it is. I don't like to see no sister get mistreated in the world. No, because we could have still been in the world. Let's remember that because the Most High mercy and grace. Let's please remember that. We ain't do nothing in this truth. Nothing.
Nothing special. You ain't special. The Most High don't need you.
Okay. You know that saying, like our mama should say, just how I brought you in this world, I can take you out. The Most I brought you to this
Period.
light, He can take you out. Don't play with the Lord. He don't
Snatch
owe
your
us
candle.
nothing. We owe everything to Him. We disobeyed Him. We broke His heart. Most High don't owe us nothing. And like reading
Con.
Ezra chapter 9, it was talking about how the Most High He's given us a relief in our captivity, and He has. We don't deserve it. We don't have to have a rest day. Why should we get to keep the feast days? Why should we be able to know we're supposed to wear fresh clothes? There's nothing. The Most High has really had so
Mhm.
much mercy upon us. Like, call like how about Shema Shai?
All praises. I think the last precept I wanted to get is Colossians chapter 3 and 23. It says, "And whatsoever ye do, do it heartily, as to the Lord and not unto men." So when you are helping your sisters and you are being a light, you serving the Lord. You serving the Lord. You're not serving that sister. You're not serving that brother. You serving the Lord and move in that way. Have some compassion. Have some grace. Have some patience.
Mm.
Because, like the sister said, who are you? Who are you? You only are where you are because of the grace of the Lord. So, the same way you want to be forgiven, the same way when you mess up, you listen, have that same thing with your sister. But, um, Con, don't have that independent, that hard up independent spirit. That's not why we here. We here to be helpmeets, and it's not about us. So it's about the Lord. Con.
Yep. Yep. Hey, and that's I ain't got another precept, but Lord willing, sisters can watch the first episode if y'all haven't. Lord willing, I don't know if we're gonna be back live next in 2 weeks. We did tell y'all that sometimes. Oh, I don't know if we told y'all, but some episodes is gonna be pre-recorded, so it won't be live. It'll be like a premiere. It'll seem like it's live, but it won't be. So
Con.
we'll keep y'all updated. Our Instagram is Helpmeets Hangout. My personal Instagram is Abarriyah Alicia, the same um, as my YouTube name. Well, Lord, I can just put in the chat. And Lily
Con.
Instagram is what is it? A Lily Tasana?
Lily Taz and I for Instagram, for sisters, and then no, I think it's Lily Taz and I, but not. I'll put it in the chat. But then for what is it? Here on YouTube, it's a lily among thorns.
Among thorns,
So
kind it is.
kind, but
Also in our description box, every episode we drop. Oh, so like you.
oh, go ahead. I'm done.
Every episode we drop in the description box, I actually put our Instagrams in there. So sisters, be sure to read the description box. I'll put our contact information. I'll put our Instagram there. You can contact us on our email. You can contact us on our Instagram. So I'll be sure to leave all that in the description box. So make sure y'all check that out. And I'll be sure to drop our personal in there as well. So y'all have anything y'all need to reach out to us on. Because we both have different platforms through the spirit. Lily, she has a clubhouse house on Clubhouse. So she has a group and she has a house inside the group and she hosts wellness checks every other week. So definitely tap into those. They be very beautiful through the spirit. She also has a YouTube. So definitely tap into these platforms and get edified through the spirit because that's why we're here. We're here to please the Most High and help our sisters and exhort them. You know, we're helpmeets. So any way we can help, Lord willing, let's do it. But just remember, sisters, we got to come out of that independent mindset. And it just takes prayer and coming back to the Most High, fasting and prayer, and just coming back to the Lord because it's been a cycle on us and it's going to take time to break from it. Just like anything, it's a lot of strongholds on us. It's a lot of brainwashing and it's not easy, but taking it day by day, one step at a time. Hey, with the Lord, we can do it. With His strength, we can do anything. So, con.
Oh snap! Let me bring this precept out right quick. The sister had dropped a precept. Did you read any precepts that sisters had dropped in the chat?
The only sister that dropped this preset was Mawati, and it was Philippians 1:27.
Con. That it says, only let your conversation be as it becometh the gospel of Yahawashi, that whether I come and see you or else be absent, I may hear of your affairs, that ye stand fast in one spirit, with one mind, striving together for the faith of the gospel. Our praises to the Most High. So, con sisters, Lord willing, this was edifying for sisters, and Lord willing, we will see y'all back here next episode. Welcome to Hey, because this is where they help me
Shalawam,
sing out.
y'all.
Shalawam.
Hey, because this is what it helped me sing out. Lord willing, y'all have a good week through the spirit. Set those weekly goals right in your agenda. Set the tone of the week right. Make sure you starting this up, be productive. Girl, get up and get out your way.
Girl, get
Girl, get
up,
up,
okay?
get up, get up. The daughters
Get
of Zion,
up.
the women of the Lord, we are not idle. Get up. And sisters, my website, check my website out. I post
Praise.
edifying notes and videos and Hebrew prayers. And I also have a private sister group that daily exhortation and is posted every single day. So tap into these things. Let's
Oh,
really get built up in the spirit in these
drop it
last
in the
days.
chat real quick.
Oh, yeah, let me do that real quick.
Yo, her website, sisters, make sure you go subscribe. That sister is real mighty through the spirit. She got prayer calls. You can definitely
Oh, I forgot about
RSVP so that you can you know, so that you can attend those prayer calls, and
Con.
Lord willing, sisters keep enduring, striving, um
Con.
that we can endure to the end.
Yep. Prayer calls every Wednesday at 5:30 CT, Lord willing. But hey, that is it. That is all. And we say Shalawam.
Shalawam.